Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress. I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Hello, fellow ambitionists. Okay, really quickly, landscaping is outside trying to ruin my hopes and dreams, but I'm going to carry on because I've already pressed record and I have the time to do this now, so I'm going to do it now despite them. Thank you for the escaping of the land, but also now. All right, so hello, fellow ambitionists. Today I want to talk to you about how to create a vision board that actually works. Okay, right now it's December 3rd. We all know vision boards are coming. They're not going anywhere. Especially for the girlies, like the vision boards, they're not going anywhere, whether we like it or not. So I'm going to talk to you about how to create a vision board that actually works. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Desiree. I am the owner and founder of Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. This is a program, not just a podcast or a blog. It's a program, it's an app that you can get in the App Store and Google Play Store. My apologies, my lunch was trying to come back up. Garlicky. So, for those of you that do not know, what Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the program is me helping you create and execute an action plan for you to achieve your goals. And for those of you that aren't in my sector of work, who may not know what that means, is in essence what you do when you join the program is you tell me what your goal is, and then I break down for you what all needs to happen, by when, and how in order for you to achieve that goal. Okay, that's an action plan. That's a goal roadmap that I'm going to provide to you. And then we will be meeting every 2 weeks, every 1 week, to go over your progress, to go over what worked, what didn't work, to go over what you did do, what you didn't do. And we will adjust the strategy and adjust the timeline as needed. And we'll keep doing that until you accomplish the goal. So, background about me, very briefly. I am a Harvard certified business strategist. I am a fractional COO. And I am a project manager. So those are the three skill sets that I bring to the table when I am helping you guys map out how you're going to accomplish your goal, right? Operations, project management, and business strategy. So you're in good hands. My work has been featured in Forbes Entrepreneur. I've been in Forbes Magazine, Thrive Global, Authority Magazine, blase, right? So you're in good hands. So let's talk about this vision board business, okay? For those of you that don't know, for the girlies we know, but for those of you who are over here creeping and want the tea, a vision board is more than just a collection of inspiring images and quotes. Okay? It's actually a powerful tool to help you clarify your goals, maintain focus, and actually manifest the life you envision for those of you that are into manifestation. The key, though, to creating a vision board that actually works lies in intentionality, clarity, and routine engagement. Okay? So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through the steps to craft an effective vision board and explore how to leverage it for real results. So first things first. Kind of just talked about it, but I want to go into more depth. What is a vision board? Okay? A vision board is a visual representation of your dreams and goals. Okay, it's typically a collage of words, images, and symbols that reflect what you want to achieve. And it serves as a daily reminder of aspirations and can help you stay motivated and align with your priorities. Personally, when I first wanted to start my business and when I wanted to do all the things that I've done and I'm doing now, I had vision boards on a good chunk of my walls. There's a couple of ex-boyfriends that can attest to that. And they were just like, my walls were just like these bright highlighter colored like poster boards with my aspirations on them. And I'm gonna see if I can find pictures, but it was a good time. It was a good time. So let's talk about why vision boards work. Okay, there's 3 reasons: clarity and focus, visualization, and positive reinforcement. So let me let you know like what I mean by each. Okay. For clarity and focus, for me, I feel like creating a vision board requires you to define your goals clearly, making them more tangible and achievable. Regarding visualization, neuroscience shows that visualizing success activates the same brain regions as actually achieving it. So doing that boosts confidence and motivation. And for those of you who are like, neuroscience, girl, I went to school for psychology, so you can miss me on that because I got an A+ in cognitive psych, okay? I got an A+ in cognitive psych, and I think I got like a B in, what is it? Perception and something. So boom, don't come for me. That's the point. Third thing, regarding positive reinforcement. Regular exposure to your goals can rewire your brain for positivity and resilience. Okay, so let's get into why you're here. How to create a vision board that works. Step 1 out of, how many do I have? 5. Okay. Step 1, define your goals. Start with a brainstorming session. Think about your aspirations in different areas of life. Career. Do you want a promotion, a new job, or to start a business? Health. Are you aiming for fitness, better nutrition, or mental wellness? Relationships. What kind of connections do you want to nurture? Side note, girl, when I tell you every vision board that I had has some version of a ring on it and some kind of like happy couple, I ain't got none of those no more. But I did. They're not all up on my walls anymore because, you know, decor. But they're in the closet. I haven't forgotten about them, but how they are in my storage closet, symbolically, they are in the storage closet of my mind and heart as well. This ripe old age. Oh, child. All right. I don't know why I'm cracking up at my lack of romance. Okay. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm not high. Because I'm thinking about, like, just really briefly, I'm just thinking about, one, I've always been a person that set goals. I've always been ambitious. And I remember in high school, maybe junior year, sophomore year, I started writing out my short-term goals, my long-term goals, goals that were going to be happening this semester at the end of the year, and then my 2 to 5 year plan, right? And it's most of the things I put on there I did do. So it was like, write a book. That was in my 2 to 5 year plan. I was a little late on that one, but I did it. But the common thing was always like, get married, have kids. Get married, have kids by 22. Get married, have kids by 24, 26. And it just kept going. Just stopped. Oh, I just stopped. One, because in all honesty, back then, the reason why I wanted to get married and have children is because I felt like there was something lacking in the way that I was brought up. There was a void that I was trying to fill with marriage or with having children. I wanted to create what I felt like I didn't have growing up. And that was because I hadn't addressed those things with my family. And since addressing those things, that desire, I don't want to say has left me, but it's not as that desire isn't as strong as it used to when I was initially looking for it to fill a void. Now I'm looking or desiring it for partnership, and there has to be true alignment. And so that's why I'm just like cracking myself up, because I'm just thinking about like younger Desiree talking about she's going to get married and, you know, these things, and the people that I almost did marry. And I'm just like, it's laughable. Like, when I was laughing at me thinking I was going to get, me personally thinking, you know, marriage at 22 or 24 was going to be a good idea for me personally, for where I was back then. The boundaries were not boundarying. I would have been engulfed, and not in a good way. And so I think I want to say it's laughable, but I think that Desiree back then, who wanted to get married, it just can't hold a candle to Desiree now, who would get married if it were providing, if the marriage or the person was providing the things that I would want in partnership and what I would want to bring to partnership and how I would like that to be reciprocated. I would do it if that was the case, but it's no longer a checklist sort of, I must do this before I pass, or else I won't be happy or satisfied. I can leave this earth without carrying a child. I can leave this earth without marrying someone. I only do it if it makes sense for me. And so I think that's why I was like laughing so hard, because it's just at this ripe old age, baby. Ripe old age. Okay, so step 1 on how to create a vision board that works. Okay, we were talking about defining your goals. And this is you having a brainstorming session, thinking about your aspirations in different areas of life. Okay, we talked about career, we talked about health, we talked about relationships, and I went off on a little soliloquy / tangent. If you can relate to that, if you're one of the girlies who can relate to that, please comment. Because I know I can't be the only one, because I'm just like, the people that I almost married, girl, every time you would have seen me, you would have seen it in my eyes. And the look in my eyes would have been, give us free. Oh, okay. The last area, let's say personal growth. Are there skills, hobbies, or experiences you want to pursue? I'm sorry, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Have you been so hell-bent on a certain goal or vision for your life, and then you realize the people that you were trying to make that happen with, you realize afterwards, like, good God, I was being spared. Like, thought I was being rejected, but I was being redirected to what I was actually supposed to do and how it was actually supposed to look. You thought it was supposed to look like this, but that's not what that's not what you asked for. You asked for this, and you thinking it's that. It's not that. So could you please follow the path? That's what the universe is saying. Please follow the path. This guy is not it, and yet you're still. So, so funny to me. Okay, ready for step 2? Step 2 is gather your materials. Okay, you can create a physical board or a digital one, and here's what you'll need. For a physical board, which I love, as evidenced by mine being in my closet now. Poster board or cork board. You need magazines. You need scissors, glue, and markers. Okay? It's pre-K all over again. Heal that inner child. For a digital board, you'll need Canva, Pinterest, or, other online tools. Step 3, collect inspiring visuals and words. For this, I'm still like I'm sorry. I am literally still cracking up. Like, my spirit is just like, girl, you thought that's what you wanted? Not saying I didn't want marriage. I still do. But I'm just like thinking about like little 16-year-old me, 19-year-old me, 22-year-old me, 24, 26-year-old me, like still people that I was dating, like trying to work towards marriage with them. I'm just like, girl, you're embarrassing. Those people, nothing against them, but as far as like compatibility for what I want and need out of my life and those kinds of things. And it's laughable. Oh, shameful. Okay. Step 3 is collect inspiring visuals and words. Choose. Someone just said you got a specific X in mind, don't you? Mind your business. So, for collecting inspired visuals and words, what you're going to do here is choose images, quotes, and affirmations that resonate with your goals. Okay? I need you to be very intentional because every element on your board should have meaning. Okay? Here's a tip also. Don't limit yourself to just images. You can add textures and symbols and even personal photos. Okay? Step 4, organize your board. And for this, you're going to arrange your visuals into like sections or themes. And here's an example. The top left could be career goals. The top right could be health goals. The bottom left could be like relationship goals. And then bottom right could be personal growth. Step 5, add your own handwriting, doodles, or like notes. And the reason I say this is because I feel like personal touches make the board feel more connected to you, right? So here's how to use your vision board. Place it where you will see it daily. Position your board in a prominent location, like your workspace or your bedroom. When I said I had it all on my walls, I remember I was in a studio apartment and I did not want to be in that neighborhood. And I was like, next year I'm going to like get out of here and this and this and this. So like I had my walls filled with vision boards, poster boards on like what my plan was, what I wanted immediately, what I wanted short term, long term, in the next couple of years. And I'm glad that I kept those because I still do it. I'm glad that I kept the original ones when I first started on this journey because it's so bittersweet to be able to cross those things off and put the date beside them, and then also look at the date that I said I wanted to do XYZ thing. Like, for example, in 2018, there was like all this like uproar in a positive way. Because Forbes magazine, their Forbes 400, I think it was like the 30th annual version of their Forbes 400 came out, and it was the one that had Oprah. Well, she wasn't in the middle because like the big picture had like all of the what they call like titans of philanthropy, so like the richest people. But on that cover specifically, it looked like she was in the center, and it was Gates and I think oh shoot, I can't remember the other person, but it was like her standing and then these other two like rich guys like sitting. And you know, us being black girls, we were like, oh my God, that's so motivational, and da, 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 da. You go sis, you go. And that was just cool to see because she's on the cover. And it's a black woman, and these guys are sitting and she's standing, kind of like with it was like a real like regal look, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yes. And I just envisioned, because it was like Titans of Philanthropy, right? And I'm like, I want to give back at that capacity as well. And so I created my own like headline, like Desiree Stapleton partners with, XYZ to do XYZ impact, because I want to do that, right? And I picture myself like on the cover. And in 2021, I was not in the cover of Forbes magazine, but a couple months before it actually came out, I was asked for insight inside of Forbes magazine. I was like, sure, I'll give my little blurb. And then when it came out, I realized that it wasn't just going to be in any like regular Forbes magazine. It was going to be in the Forbes 400. The same Forbes 400 as the one that Oprah was in. That in 2018, I have a Facebook post. I have footage. I have receipts. I put that Facebook post that said that I was going to be on the cover of Forbes magazine. Well, not saying I was going to be on the cover of Forbes magazine, but I was, envisioning being on the cover of Forbes magazine and XYZ. And so granted, I wasn't on the cover, but I ended up in that same exact version of Forbes magazine, but in their 40th annual, right? The one she was in was their 30th annual. I was in the 40th annual, the 40th like edition or whatever. And I didn't even know when I was being asked that it was going to be that edition. So that was wild to me. That was wild. I think that happened in December. And I was just like, oh, shoot. Because, Facebook, just like Apple's like photo album, it haunts you. It haunts you with your past. When I saw it, and I was like, oh, snap. I did say I wanted to do such and such. And then I looked and I was like, oh my God, they're both the same edition of Forbes magazine. Like, they're both the Forbes 400. And I was crying. I was done. You could do nothing with me that day. Couldn't do nothing with me. And I was in that studio apartment when that happened. Child. I was in my little church stomp. Okay, so here is how to use your vision board. I went into all of that so you can know that it works, okay? So here's how to use your vision board. 1, place it where you'll see it daily, okay? I said this before, but just in case you forgot. Position your board in a prominent location, like your workspace or bedroom, because this is going to ensure consistent engagement, okay? 2, spend time visualizing. Dedicate a few minutes each day to look at your board. Imagine yourself achieving each goal and feel the emotions associated with success. Okay? Step 3, update it regularly. As you accomplish goals or your priorities shift, refresh your vision board to keep it relevant and motivating. And then lastly, and I want to say most importantly, but pair it with action, okay? Visualization is powerful. Manifestation is powerful, but it's not enough on its own, okay? So break your goals into actionable steps, aka micro goals, and take consistent action towards them. Also, I feel like, what the fuck was that about? I did an episode yesterday about micro goals, what they are and why you need them. And so, excitement. Let me live my life. Let me have peace and happiness where I can find it. So here are some common mistakes to avoid. 1, being too vague. Your vision board should reflect specific goals, not generic aspirations, okay? Second mistake, overloading it. What I need you to do is avoid clutter and focus on your top priorities. 3, ignoring it. A vision board works only if you engage with it regularly. Okay, so that's why your vision board should reflect specific goals. And it should not be cluttered. Like, yes, it can be cute, it can be pretty and all that good stuff, but it's not just a nice thing to look at. Okay, it needs to, when you look at it, it needs to evoke some kind of positive emotion in you. It needs to evoke motivation. It needs to evoke a sense of direction. Okay? So, real quickly, before I get into my final thoughts, if you are like, okay, I've got the things, like I know what to do now. If you still need help with this sort of thing, or anything that I talk about in this podcast, actually, I want to talk to you about how Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the program, can help. Okay? What I'm going to do with your vision board is, well, one, we're going to take that vision board to the next level by helping you actually translate whatever you have on there into an actionable plan. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to set clear micro goals and identify resources and support and build the habits needed to bring your vision to life. Okay? It's great at first to create a vision board, but it sucks after a while for some people looking at that vision board and ain't nothing happen. For some people, I feel like it's a perspective kind of thing. If you know that you are doing things to help you get what's on that vision board, then it's a matter of time. It's a time game, right? But if you are not doing things and that vision board is sitting there, it not just looks like it's haunting you and it's taunting you. And so we can help with that, okay? GoalAccomplishmentMadeEasy.com. That's what the program is. So here are my final thoughts. A vision board, my dear friends, my dear girlies, is more than just a creative project, okay? A little fun time, little arts and crafts. It's a tool to help you stay motivated, focused, and aligned with your goals, okay? So, personally, I feel like by defining your aspirations, visualizing success, and taking consistent action, you can actually turn what you put on your vision board into reality. Okay? Fully believe that. 1,000%. So, what's your big vision? What is it, chickadee? What is it? Whatever it is, start crafting it today, okay? Let's make it happen. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit GoalAccomplishmentMadeEasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.